My name's Jeff Makarevich, and welcome to Wine and Dine with Jeff, where I'll make a healthy dinner from start to finish and pair it with wines from around the world. Let's fill up that glass.
Hi, I'm Jeff Makarevich, and welcome to Wine and Dine with Jeff. Today's dish is inspired from my trip to Portugal, which was amazing, by the way. But this dish is chicken thighs, just smothered in this port wine fig reduction sauce. It is so delicious. But you know my motto, it's got to be simple and easy. So let's get started. Oh, and I'll tell you about this Portuguese wine I'm pairing it with from the Douro Valley. A little bit later, I'll tell you about that. Our star of the show here is our port wine. I'm using a 10-year-old aged tawny. Now, you do not have to use a 10-year-old aged tawny. You use whatever port wine that you like, that you think tastes good. It's most important thing is that wine tastes good, the port wine, because this is reducing, and you know what happens when you reduce, right? You concentrate all the flavors, so it's extremely important. And to that, I'm doing some homemade chicken stock, but store-bought is fine, whatever you have in the pantry. So to that is our figs. And right here, I have a bunch of them already chopped up. I'm throwing right on in just to show you what to do. These are dried, by the way. I'm using dried and just cut them right in half, and we're going to rehydrate them when we simmer this in the liquid. So let me just turn on the burner on a low. So that is on low. Now to that, we are going to add just a scotch of honey, and once again, all the exact ingredients are right down below in the description center. Not much. And a cinnamon stick with some thyme, some fresh thyme. That cinnamon stick and the thyme will be removed from this port wine reduction at the end, because we are going to put this in a food processor, and we are going to just make this into this luscious, thick gravy. And what we want to do with this, we want to put this on simmer, and we want to simmer this about 30 minutes and until it reduces by half. And my trick for this, everybody is always like, well, how can I measure exactly half? I have a real simple, easy trick. Here we got a toothpick, put it right in, bring it right back out, and that little line right there on that toothpick, that's where we're going to see we want that to go down in half. Very simple and easy little trick. And we'll let that simmer, and I'll show you what that looks like right when it reduces. While the port wine sauce is reducing over there, let's get working on these chicken thighs. Very important tips here, that these chicken thighs, to get a nice crispy skin, you want them to be pat dry, and it looks like my oil is really starting to scream over here, and you want to scream in hot pan. So let's get some salt and pepper on them. And let me turn down that heat just a scotch over here. Salt and pepper. And by the way, the Portuguese people are just so nice and so welcoming. So I mean, if you get a chance to visit Portugal and Porto, where the port wine came from, is such a beautiful city. Okay, now skin down. That's what you want to hear. Skin down, side first. And this is bone in, obviously, skin on chicken thighs that we have here. Okay, let's get some oil on this side. Okay, and there we all go. Now, important tip, do not touch this. Right now, we want to let that go on a medium-high heat for 8 minutes. I have the oven preheating at 425 degrees, and I'll show you my trick on to make the juiciest and crispiest skin on chicken thighs. So we'll let that go. Remember, do not touch this for 8 minutes. So we can actually brown up that side. It's been 8 minutes, and take a look already. Look at that beautiful crispy side. So make sure you wanted to salt and pepper both sides of that. I would recommend a splatter lid on, and let's get that into the oven. Now the oven is set at 425 degrees. That's going to go in there for 9 minutes. And then we're going to flip it for just a few more minutes. Now let's get work on our reduction sauce. Let's get blending it. Okay, while our chicken thighs are in the oven, let's finish up our port wine reduction sauce. What I'm grabbing for right now is the thyme. I'm taking out the herb. And we want that cinnamon stick out of there also. So don't forget to take those out, please. The rest we want ground up in there. All those beautiful, juicy. Oh, now let me see if I can do this without pouring it all over the place. And all those figs. Come on, figs, get in there. Without me wearing them, please. There we go. And we're going to do this and use your food processor, blender, whatever you would like to use. Okay. Now that did pump air into it, so do not fear. This sauce is not going to look like this in the end. After we pour it back in. That's all because of all the air got pumped into it when you're blending it. You want to do a little taste, and oh, that is amazing. And don't forget to salt and pepper this. So let's just put this aside and get those chicken thighs out. Let's get those chicken thighs out. They are done. Almost done, that is. Okay. We want to flip them right now. Let me hold on to this or else the pan is going to be spinning on me. Look at the beautiful color we got on those. That is exactly what you want to see. That is what I call the perfect crispy chicken thigh. Wow, look at this. Now right back into the oven just for 3 minutes. We'll see them, and then we'll combine our sauces and our chicken thighs. Oh, you are gonna love this. Let's get our chicken thighs out. They are completely done. Wow. Amazing. But I do want to show you, take a look at this. Look at all the fat that renders out of these chicken thighs. It is a lot. So what we're going to do is we're going to remove these. And once we remove these, you want to dump all that chicken fat that's left in the pan, because we're going to pour the sauce back in here. But leave all the bits, obviously, because those are the best parts, right? All the, what I call liquid gold left behind, those good bits. So we'll dump that fat out, and then we're going to add our chicken and our actual port wine reduction right back to this pan. We have all of our extra fat from the chicken thighs dumped. Now to that same pan, we're going to add back our thick, rich, and delicious. Look at that. That is our fig port wine sauce. It just looks amazing. To that, I'm going to add just a little pat of butter, and that's just going to bring this luscious, more creaminess to this. But look at this. Remember how I said that air, it whipped air into it? That's why it looked that color. Look how dark and rich and beautiful this sauce looks. It is amazing. Hold on. Oh my God. I can just pour that over my pancakes. I'm telling you, it's that good. Now, you just want to lay your chicken thighs back in. I like to keep the chicken skins up because I want to keep them nice and crispy. I mean, that's the reason why we went this far, to get them all nice and crispy, right? So I lay them right back in and just let this simmer for a minute, no longer than 2 minutes. You don't want to get the chicken thighs tough and overcooked. So then you just want to plate and eat, and I can't wait to dig in. I can't wait to try, but before I do, I would first like to thank all my subscribers. And if you're not yet a subscriber, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any of my recipes. But you know what? We forgot to talk about the Portuguese wine. This wine is Destino from Douro Valley. It has a blend of a few different local Portuguese grapes. One of them is Tinta Ruiz, and the other one is Touriga Nacional and Touriga Franca. And they are just amazing grapes. And oh, it's such a beautiful wine. It's very smooth, not a lot of tannins, but they are bright, they are there. And you get hints of blackberry and vanilla with a little bit of plum. It's delicious, delicious. I can't wait for you guys to try. But I can't wait to dig in because these chicken thighs with the port fig wine reduction sauce have been screaming to me since I've been here. Okay, ready? Gotta get the sauce. Hello! Gotta get that sauce. Wow. The crispiness of the skin and the sweetness from that port fig wine reduction. This is a winner. You guys will definitely like it. Thanks for stopping by Wine and Dine with Jeff, and we'll see you next week.